Hey, guess what time it is, guys? It's time for the Alivast Oracle! Yo, man. Welcome to the Alivast Oracle, everybody. An amazing comic series. The Alivast Oracle for 5 copper, so half a whole. Who's ready for the latest issue of the Alivast Oracle? I'm going to read some tidbits here. Council of Covens, 12 midnight every new moon. This month's presentation, vegan substitutes for animal sacrifices. Divine theory of new entity. Tristella Court, learned astrologers believe they have divined the existence of a new celestial serving under Oriara. The goddess of clockwork is one of the more enigmatic deities because she is a relative newcomer to the divine stage, and has a few adherents that can communicate with her will or how she organizes the power under her, so she still remains largely a mystery. The Dragonborn astrologers of Tristella Court have been working with numerology experts from Nomeria to use a new discipline, mathemagics, to calculate the existence of beings that have not yet been discovered or observed directly. The latest discovery is the result of several years of painstaking manipulation of figures and data based on precise readings of the movements of stars and planets. Our exchange of knowledge with Nomeria has given us a chance to the latest and most accurate sextants and telescopes, said Ixriz Ikrazert, master astrologer. With these new tools, we were able to gain observations and then extrapolate truth from the data. Ikrazert reports that the initial information gained proves the existence of beings they call of a being called Clepsydra, who governs hydraulics, including water clocks, pumps, and valves. There was one surprising result. The calculations indicate that Clepsydra is especially cornered with the distribution of water to living beings through the mechanical means, he added. We believe that Clepsydra is attempting to communicate to mortals in the prime material plane. The message are more likely a regular schedule for water distribution. Now that we have postulated this behavior, we're attempting to receive these communications, but we are not exactly sure what of the means. The Tristella Court astrologers are continuing their cooperation with Nomerian scienticians in an attempt to discern further details about other celestials in Oriara's pantheon. All hail hydration. And that god is called Hydration Bot. Damn right. What is Hydration Bot trying to say? Is it code? Let's find some more here, guys. Oh my god, look at all this art. No, let's take a look here. This looks really good. Water point pot of the 4th dynasty featuring the condor, crown, and hand. Cool. A debt repaid. A recent development in the allegations of animal abuse and poaching against Pippington Betterbottom's Wandering Jolly Circus. A man that the Alivastia City Guard only referred to as the Slushy Man was arrested. A variety of animals were reported missing by residents in Alivast were found in the Slushy Man's tent. The owner of the circus, Pippington Betterbottom, denied allegations that the Slushy Man was acting under his orders, and that all animals under the care of their circus are treated fairly and humanely. The recovered animals luckily show no signs of abuse, although some, including a butterscotch-colored blink dog, show signs of malnutrition. The rescue of these animals provides a welcome relief to many concerned pet owners who had their animals taken away from them. The animals themselves can return home where they are loved. Sadly, there are animals who are still under the control of the circus. Still under the control of the circus, that may still face the dangers of abuse. While there is only a limited amount of time before the circus leaves and the animals go along with them, one can hope that those animals that face abuse will be rescued. And that the debt we owe them for paying such a high price for our entertainment will be repaid. That's a really sad-looking drawing of a dog. I don't want to compliment the artist because you drew the sadness. But you did draw an effective drawing, so good on you. Megus's cannons. Best cannons in Alivast. Alright, who's that? Who this? Who this? Who is this? I know it's one of you. Parent-Teacher Pugilism. Youth Enrichment Academy. A parent-teacher conference at Remus Stipleworth's Youth Enrichment Academy erupted into altercation, prompting the intervention of city guards earlier this week. Following a bare-knuckle brouhaha between a beleaguered professor and a belligerent parent, the professor won. Kulis Silsaridian has been arrested by the town guard for breathing lightning at the parent of a student. The parent, Muffin, is also facing an arrest pending their release from the hospital of Ilune, as they are believed to have spurned the altercation. A mother and child who are waiting in the hall to undergo their own meeting with the professor were available to make comments about what they witnessed leading up to the altercation. "We were sitting outside, and we heard some shouting," said Stella Baker, a human student. "Mr. Sill was talking with Miss Boots about his son, Mickey. He behaved poorly in class all the time, and Mr. Sill said he had to flunk him. He also asked Mrs. Boots if she'd talked to him about his behavior at home. Mrs. Boots got upset about it and started yelling at Mr. Sill. Should be doing a better job to instruct him as a teacher then. And that's why they sent Mickey here. They started arguing more. And then there was a flash and a god-awful sound. I knew Mr. Sill had been stressed lately, but we never thought he'd do something like this. Rising tensions among teachers in this new land is uncommon, but not unheard of. While a large amount of funds have rightfully been set aside to fuel Alivast's war with the fire giant threat, this has come at a cost of funding for school materials and maintenance." All right, guys, let's do some Lady of Livrosia. Dolly's Pastries, 1 free muffin. Please present this coupon at the counter to redeem your 1 free muffin. Choose from a world class. This coupon can only be traded for a muffin. Don't be clever. Here we go. Lady of Livrosia. Lady of Livrosia. Lady of Livrosia. Livrosia. Dear Lady of Livrosia, I met my boyfriend's parents and did not make a good impression with them. Since then, I think he might be avoiding me because they didn't approve. We're from different cultures, and I did my best to fit in, but they have some really odd customs and didn't seem to have a grasp of what's normal. When I met his father, I immediately slapped him to establish my role as the new beta female in the pack. But his mother, who I assumed was the matriarch, started screaming at me. After my boyfriend calmed them down, it became apparent that his father was the head of the household in some kind of crazy reversal of the natural order. Is this how humans usually behave? Signed, Normal Knoll. Asserting a dominance over those weaker than you is the natural way of Nash. Oh god, Nash! The natural way of Nash! I do not understand how one of your race, usually so favored by the Lord of Slaughter, would choose a frail human for a mate. But how you satiate your non-slaughter needs is none of my concern. If you are set on this weakling, then seize him and make him yours, mercilessly ravaging him on your skull pile. If this progenitor angers you, add their skulls to the pile before it's consummated your carnal desires. Take what you wish and destroy those who refuse you. Dear Lady Livrosia, it's been a while since I've written to you. I wanted to let you know that I still haven't heard back from that one guy that I was mentioning. I'm thinking that maybe I should make the first move, but I'm nervous that maybe the connection I thought we shared was just brought on by a tense situation we found ourselves in. I'm also aware... excuse me, I'm actually burping in real life, guys. I'm also aware that means I'm simply anxious because my clock is ticking. I mean, I might only have another 150 to 200 years left before the big M, you know? I found myself even going to the library and looking up that thing he kept talking about. Turns out a fighting move called a suplex? God, it sounded like a Twitter-pated 114-year-old, aren't I? Attention, Shadow Songstress. This man's fixation on the suplex is a sign of weakness. If ever strong, he would be slaughtering his opponents with a boot to the gut, followed by a pile driver snapping their necks or at least choke slamming them to announcer's table. You need to grab what you want and take it, for that is Nash's way. When satiating your desire to breed, make sure your mate is strong. It does not matter if he overpowers you or you overpower him. Nash does not judge. As long as you both have amassed large enough skull piles to satiate his hunger for carnage, Nash will bless your union. The Lady of Livrosia is taking a much-needed break, and we'll be back to give her priceless relationship advice in a few days. In the meantime, we have worked out an agreement with another publication to loan us their advice columnist. Wait, is this Starlight? It might be Starlight. Dear Lady Livrosia, my girlfriend and I are recently coverage to Nash, and I'm finding that while the whole slaughter all who oppose you ethic is empowering, our new religious practice are a little much and straining in our relationship. I like to think that I'm more Nash spiritual than Nash religious. But my girlfriend is already clearing out a space in the parlor for a skull pile. So you can probably guess that she's much more of a fundamentalist than I am. Needless to say, I like the self-empowerment message of Nash, but my reluctance to embrace the more ritualistic practices is creating friction within our relationship. What's a good compromise? Attention, lukewarm Larry! For fuck's sake! Pull it together! Nash is not a voyage of spiritual discovery. Nash is a lifestyle of bloodshed, conquest, and brutality. Seriously, if you're just in it for the skull aesthetic, we don't want you. I want you both to think long and hard about whether a short, glorious life of slaughter that ends with a gory demise once you show a moment of weakness is truly for you. Once you let Nash into your heart, your vision should be nothing but a red haze of anger and gore. Nash does not stand at the door of your heart and knock, but instead cleaves his way in via battle axe to the ribcage. Thank you so much for your submission. Don't forget, here's a free muffin pamphlet. Whew. Ha! Ooh, take it easy. My voice is being ripped apart here. We didn't ask Mom about her recipe. Why you asking us? Cowboy. Bugbear's West Alivast barbecue sauce. Oh my lord. Society believes. There's a lot. Guys, there's a lot here, as you can tell. Sorry. What's that? Are you looking to reach a broader audience? Need help attracting patrons to your inner bar? I already read that one. Society briefs. Down at the Blue Dragon Emporium, owner Dorothy is sporting a new look with a new wardrobe from a certain kingdom known for its citrus. She has once again become the trendsetter. Her greatest strength is in her accessories, many of which contain potent magical energies. A shirt laden with silks and tea from the Eastern Isles is docked, promising a great opportunity for any followers of fashion to find fabrics and patterns that haven't already made the rounds. The sad news is that a good portion of the tea that was destined for local cafes, including the Romantian, has gone missing. Many exotic pets went missing and were recovered recently from someone associated with the recent circus. If your prized pygmy griffin hasn't been home recently, contact a guard to see if it was the one that was recovered. A member of the paper's staff had the blink dog that served as service animal abducted, but happily, they have been reunited. Aww. Mercenary Wheel, Sweet Dragon. This week, we've taken a look at second place winner of the Harvest Festival Cook-Off at the Sweet Dragon Inn. Now, some of you are saying, Lord Zab, that was weeks ago. Who gives? What gives? I couldn't find the place since the owners never take out ads or mention where it is when they shill at public events. Once you know where to look, though, just look for the sign with a lollipop dragon and a guard out front that might look like a statue at first glance. Interior's nice, but not descript. Being in one of these places, you being in them all. I don't like dicks. Let's get to the food. Couldn't talk to the chef, so no recommendations. Said he was shy, but the barmaid was helpful enough. Stern lady, but she knows her liquor in the menu. Started with the chef's skillet, chopped herb potatoes with ham, peppers, and onions, topped with blended cheddar. The flavors melted together perfectly. Salty ham and caramelized onion were complemented by the cheddar, while the herb potatoes were the perfect backdrop that kept the palate clean. Next was a grilled salmon plate, fresh-caught fish with the skin still on, seasoned lightly with butter, aromatic herbs, and a squirt of lemon. Skin was bursting with flavor and natural fat, and the seasoning brought out the best aspects of the fish's natural flavor. Before score time, as a former pub owner, I hold these places to high standards. Now, score 8 out of 10. Food proves that pub food can still be art and affordable. Staff was charming, and when I gave the chef my compliments, he rushed out to thank me and talk shop. Always a plus, but had to knock points for the barmaid's pet cats and snakes being allowed in the common room, and the fact that the Sweet Dragon Inn did not have any rooms to rent. It's true, we're an inn, we have no rooms to rent. Oh my lord, there's again, guys, there's a lot here, and of course, we have discovering your inner wrestler. Ooh. I want to find pile driver. I'm going to find pile driver here. We're investigating. Guards investigating. Ekrexel. Mjav. Brew. Op. Guards investigating. Interesting. Strong mustache branding so strong. You did not even notice that we reused this graphic. Credits for the Alivast Oracle. Discord, oh my goodness. Jim the Rabbit Cow as Finnegan Easkoff, ad artist. At Frog's Mom as Ludwig Hood Emply, Lady of Livrosia, Nash. Oh, you're doing a good job with that one. Celio Hogane, y'all doing a good job, you know what I mean. Celio Hogane, Easter Egg, Task Pixel Art. Dakata Jones, ad artist. At Sword Cooper as Lorzab Nar, ad artist. Frostdragon as Silver. 2 Cents Change as Seth Lender. Saichi Eevee as Pip the Kobold. Pwai Soup 47 as Ben Ironwood, Puzzle Maker. The Threadweaver as Siren Erasmer. And at Voodoo Soviet, editor, artist, local organ thief, and paper formatter. Now that third one's interesting, because I don't think you should steal bodies. You shouldn't steal bodies, that's bad. That's bad, don't do that, guys. But no, Alivast Guard Log, Homicides 4, Traffic, Non-Fatal Encounters 2, Residential Break-ins 1. Wow, Deluna 13, 145 bits. So, Raw Shake Up, Raw gets Dolph, Mojo, Ryder, Corbin, Natty, and the Riot Squad, the Fashion Police, the Ascension, Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, and now former US champion Jinder. The modern day Maharaja. Oh my lord. This is good. This is really awesome, guys. Thank you so much again for this.
It don't stop. It don't stop. Watch the hit.
Guys, again, give them. You gotta give this a view, guys. This is crazy good. Easter egg bottom left corner. I didn't see anything there. This symbol here. Oh, is it? Oh, it's these. Oh, that's awesome. Discover your inner wrestler. Thank you so much, guys. Alrighty, we're gonna keep on moving. We're gonna keep on moving on here. Yeah, guys.